an awakening in Europe, and hopefully it will soon begin to happen right here in America. European nations are waking up from the Green New Deal coma and realizing they will be in very sad shape soon as the storm of clouds of a thing we call winter are gathering on the horizon. But there is something remarkable, something truly remarkable that's suddenly happening as a result of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, something that could lead to very good things. May take time, but it's an important moment, a watershed moment. You see, when Russia started turning off the natural gas pipelines and squeezing the European energy supplies, which was long predicted by many, including myself and a man known as President Donald Trump, well, Europe soon realized it was going to be a devastating blow to the continent. That gas not coming is a big problem there. There's a cost now, a huge cost. In fact, there's a cost of living crisis right now in Europe. It goes hand in hand with a self-inflicted energy crisis, and with those storms of winter now only weeks away, many nations have gone into a full-blown panic. They're in a full-blown panic. Others finally getting on board with the idea that they will need energy long-term. Wow, what an idea. And one could hope that America, the most powerful economy in the world, would be paying attention, which I doubt is happening yet. But by the time the Democrats get totally wiped out in the midterm elections, which they will have realized the tragic mistake, not only politically, but for the entire nation. Let me begin here by praising the brand new Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Liz Truss. Greeted, by the way, and accepted by the Queen of England the very day before the monarch died. She got out of her deathbed to greet Liz Truss. Always duty. You may not think much of the royal family, but of that woman, you should have respect. But Liz Truss has started off with a very, very impressive move. You see, Prime Minister Truss, on her very first day leading the country, ended the UK's ban on fracking. Wow. Talk about a slap across the face to the Green New Dealers, to the utopians, to the globalists. Smack. Yeah, she ended the UK's ban on fracking that's been in place for 3 years. And the industry will be going great guns in no time. In fact, the shale-producing natural gas should be delivering by March of 2023. That's right, the UK tossed out the whole green climate agenda, threw it in the trash, right where it belongs. What a brilliant first move by the new Prime Minister. Maybe she will be the second Iron Lady after all. People had been calling her Margaret Thatcher light, but maybe not. Because that is a bold move to help her country, to save her country from financial ruin, from the devastation of winter. If they can make it through winter, and believe me, we can ship LNG to the UK, to Europe. America can help fill this gap. Completely no, we don't have the infrastructure, but we do have the ability to help. Just like we sent ships during World War II, we can send them now. But it's not just the UK throwing off the shackles of utopian morons. Not at all, in fact. In Germany, they're in the process of firing up every single coal-fired power plant that has been sitting idle and was not bulldozed. Some had been targeted for demolition, but not anymore. And the Germans are also working to get at least 2 idle nuclear reactors back online as soon as possible. And however, it's a process. It's not like a light switch. It takes time, but they're on the move. In the heart of progressive Europe, France really stepping up. In fact, the French are launching an impressive effort to, get this, build 14 nuclear reactors. That's right, 14 brand new nuclear power plants in the heart of Europe. I'll just bet the radical earth firsters are going to be going great guns on that. They're just having fits. They have to be. The point is this. After seeing the dismal failures of this globalist war on energy, Some of the leaders of the free world have said, are you out of your minds? We're done with this. The UK, Germany, France, Romania, the Balkans, and the list goes on and on. It also includes Italy and Poland. They're all saying, whoa, we're not going to sit in the dark and freeze to death because you think the world is receptive to your taxes and your schemes and your carbon capture and all the nonsense. We're not playing along. And after seeing the prices spike on energy costs and the energy crisis and the cost of living crisis in Europe, they only experienced it for a short time. Several nations in Europe are quickly rejecting the whole notion of ending the use of so-called fossil fuels, better known as hydrocarbons. And they're pushing for national security, for their nations, for their people. Hallelujah. I can tell you it won't be long until we pry the nasty old fingers of John Kerry, George Soros, and all the rest of the other Greenpeace Nazis off the light switch in your home, too. We're going to win. I mean, after what we've seen in California this week, demanding you drive an electric car, but don't plug it in because we're having a heat wave, or Colorado residents being blocked from turning on the air conditioning because it's hot outside, the smart meters took over, the people in America are not going to just go along with any of that. I say no. More say no every day, and that, my friends, is a fact. How strange is it that we have to see the French, the Germans, and a host of other left-leaning EU nations reject the whole climate change agenda before we can get, well, frankly, before we grow a pair ourselves and do it here in America? It's happening. Fracking will be back. Federal leases will be opened back up. American energy will flow again. It has to. Not only does it save our country, it saves the world. American security is world security. A weak America leads to war. That's a guarantee. A strong America leads to peace. Also a guarantee. Now, good to see you here. Off to a good start. A lot to talk about. Liz Truss, though, she's my hero of the week. How about that? It's the Steve Gruber Show. Quick break. I'll be right back.